Well, guys, for the 7th year in a row, I am going to react to the 2022 NFL schedule being released. The long wait is overdue. At least this time around, they gave us 2 weeks ahead of time or whatever when me, Gavin, and Aaron did the reaction to the first round of the draft. Because remember, historically, they would tell you like 2 days or whatever beforehand. At least now they do it, give you a few weeks head start, which is nice and all that. And also, I'm going to say this right now, because I heard from a couple people that a bunch of games have been leaked. Some have been revealed, like I know some of the international games, like 49ers Cardinals Monday night in Mexico City. There's like 2 games in London. I think they're going to do a game in Germany. I think I remember the matchups too. But other than that, if anyone knows any of the games right now, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I want this to be spoiler free. I want to wait and see the schedule firsthand so I can get my actual reaction. So, like I said, if you know any of the games, if they've been leaked, zip it. Because I do not want to know. I want to be surprised. And hopefully, NFL.com actually works this time. Because remember last year when I streamed the schedule, it took like 10 minutes or something before the schedule actually got revealed on the site. Which was really annoying how long it took. So, we'll see. 8 p.m., which is in 5 minutes. Will the schedule be revealed on time? And how will it be? Will we get the right games at the right times? Will they be shit results too for Monday night, Sunday night, and Thursday night? Will the Thanksgiving games be right? And also, curious what they're going to do for Christmas this year, since Christmas is on Sunday. They're going to do like they do the last several years. 2011, 05, and 16, where they had Christmas on Sunday and have like almost all the games on Christmas Eve, Saturday, and have like 2 games on Christmas Day. Interesting to see. And also, let's see, the schedule could start September 8th, so that's week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. January 8th, that's when it ends, January 8th. Since last year was the latest date the NFL has ended until we get to, thank you, Tiger Shark, for the thumbnail. 2026, when the season ends on January 10th, will be the latest date ever. But right now, January 9th is from last year. Can't wait to see as we're down to the final 3 minutes and 9 seconds or so. I have it. I don't have the I am showing the thumbnail right now, but I'm checking the site regularly. Once it gets upstate, once the schedule is revealed, I'll switch over and we can react to it. Cannot wait for it. And I was hoping I'd maybe, depending on my mood and how long this is, maybe I will stream finally doing Game Dev Tycoon playthrough series again, which I did back in the summer of last year. I was thinking about doing it the last few days, but didn't get around to do it. I was going to do it today before the stream of this, but just didn't have enough time. Because, guys, I was working on the, remember the custom Orlando 2021 track I made when the World Finals 21 shit was revealed back in November? Well, I got back to work on aggressively the last few days, as I am determined to get it done before World Finals 21 happens. That way you can see an actual good track on Vegas style racing. So I'm hoping to get that done really quickly. I got like almost all the, I pretty much got all the obstacles made. I just got to paint them, which I finished almost one of them right now. And oh my god, it looks really nice to start off with. I showed it off to a couple people and they loved it. So get ready for that when it's done. Like I said, I'm hoping to get done before World Finals 21. And also, there's another track I've been making since like last August. I want to get that done before the end of May. And then soon we'll have a big announcement, in the future, coming up later this year about something really big. It will be sick. As, let's see, it's 7:58, 40 seconds, so it should be a minute 20 before I start refreshing NFL.com for the schedule being released. Can't wait to see. Been doing this for 7 years. It's hard to believe when I first started this back in 2016 how popular this series is. Like, when I react to it, the schedule Geez, videos get like the streams get like hundreds of views. Like last year's stream, I just looked at had almost 500 views. Like crazy. I would be very angry if they did Bears at Packers a night game again for like the 10th year in a row or something like that. Please don't do it again so I don't have to rage about that. But like I said, if anyone knows, no spoilers. Don't reveal anything other than those the international games, which you already know about, and that, what was it, Chiefs at Chargers week 2 or 3 Thursday night. Other than that, nothing else. If you know about, keep it, zip it. I want to find out as I see it. As we're coming down to the final 10 seconds. Alright, we'll see as it's now 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's now 8 p.m., so let's go back to NFL.com. Let's see, schedule release. Like I said, just be mindful because it might be like last year where it took like 10 plus minutes to update from last year. When the schedule was revealed last year, it took 10 minutes before they finally reveal it, and still nothing yet as I'm looking at 2022 week 1. Let's see if the main page says anything. Schedule release 2022. Well, that's videos. I don't want to watch videos. Like I said, no spoilers if anyone finds out. I want to see for myself. So if you find one, just keep it to yourself. Okay, good. Let's see if it got the update on the site. Just please don't be like last year where it took like, okay, still nothing yet. I'm looking at NFL.com. It's been now a minute. NFL.com, could you please not be like last year where you took like 10 minutes before you finally show it, please? Like I remember, I've been watching the schedule release stuff since 2009. They would always, except I think last year, do it exactly at 8 p.m. on NFL.com, because that's where I'd always see the schedule being released. And now these 2 years in a row where the schedule's not being revealed on time is getting really annoying. Like, come on. As I'm still refreshing, nothing on the schedule release page. Let's refresh the main page. Alright, see schedule again. No data is available of the given selection. Please go back to the validate combination for week and season. So, yep, they're still taking forever. Not 2021 all over again. Come on. How hard is it to show the schedule right on time? Like, come on. Yeah, I don't want to watch on TV though. I've always watched the schedule being released online, and I want to keep it that way. Well, like I said, Himitsu, Japanese for secret. I don't want to know, so keep it shut. Oh my god. Yeah, the website has been really bad the last few years. Oh my god, I remember like week 1 a couple years. I mean, the last few years, like week 1 during the first games, they would literally go like a few minutes before the games finally are done and they mention on the site. I remember, oh my god, I think it was one game either last year or 2020 in week 1 where the game ended like over 20 minutes or so before the site updated. Like it was still saying, no, the game is still in progress for crying out loud. Like, how hard is it just to update a site thing? Like, come on. It shouldn't be hard. And I got the schedule release page, I got the schedule tab, and I got main NFL.com page tabbed up, and I keep refreshing. Still waiting. Let's refresh this. Oh, man. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let me do a quick check. I have not seen any. I'm not even looking at the schedule. I'm keeping my eyes looking all the way up like at week 2, week 1, so I don't see what it is. Alright. So here we go. Let me just close out these tabs. Let me go turn on right here. And now here we go. Time to look at the schedules. Here we go. So the kickoff game, Bills at Rams. That's good. Although I still would have liked it to have been 49ers instead, since both their games were close last year. But you know what? Bills are even better than the 49ers, so that's not bad. So we get to the 1 p.m. games. Saints at Falcons. That'll be interesting. Browns at Panthers. 49ers at Bears. Steelers at Bengals start. How about that? Week 1 as well. Eagles at Lions. Colts at Texans. Patriots at... Okay, thank you, computer, for doing that. Patriots playing the Dolphins. This is like the third year in a row they played them to start the year. Only this time it's down in Miami. Ravens at Jets. Jaguars at the Commanders. Then the 4 p.m. games. Giants at Titans. Doesn't deserve to be 4 p.m., but I remember the rules being, when it came to the schedule for the Giants and Jets, whatever one team plays, they have to play at the other time, so that's why that's at 4 p.m. Chiefs at Cardinals. Well, that will be interesting. Maybe an offensive showcase. Raiders at Chargers start off. That'll be interesting for them, too. Packers at Vikings. Again, really early, like it was 2 years ago. And Sunday night, Buccaneers at Cowboys. Well, last year's game was right down to the wire, so let's see how that does this time around. Monday night, Broncos at Seahawks. So right off the bat, we're going to get Russell Wilson going up against his former team. Ooh, feel bad for Mayumi's parents that night, 10 years later of him leaving the team. That is true. Performance-wise up there, yeah. Bills were, I think the Bills statistically, all around, were the best team, not only in the AFC, but possibly the entire league. They were really up there. Alright, so not bad start. So now let's get to week 2 for our first Thursday night game, since I know one of them is supposed to be Chiefs at Chargers, or Chargers at Chiefs, or whatever that was. Chargers at Chiefs, okay. So that's going to be the first Thursday night game, which, honestly, that honestly deserves probably better than Thursday night. Both games, actually, yeah, both games. Didn't both games go to overtime? That's insane to start off with for Thursday night. Then after that, Dolphins at Ravens, Jets at Browns, Commanders at Lions, Colts at Jaguars. Oof, get ready for that. The Buccaneers gonna have a tough start too. At the Cowboys and at the Saints. Oof, that could be tough. You can see them maybe starting off 0-2 possibly. Panthers at Giants. Patriots at Steelers. I'm surprised they didn't shove that in at 1 p.m. Falcons at Rams. Yeah, okay, 4 p.m. games. Seahawks at 49ers. Bengals at Cowboys. I'm surprised they didn't shove that into a later night game. Texans at Broncos. Cardinals at Raiders. Oh, no, they did it again, of course! Oh, my God. The Bears at Packers again for Sunday night. What is wrong with them? The Bears suck. Do you see what happens when they visit the Packers? They usually get roll stomped. Why is it that they keep shoving this down our throat, for God's sake? Come on. They actually did it once again. This is ridiculous. Terrible Sunday night right there, for fuck's sake. Oh my God. So then Monday night. Yep. That's the spirit. So anyways, it's Monday night, Titans at Bills. That was close last year. That could be good. And Vikings at Eagles. That'll be interesting. Offensive showcase to see how they show up. Since the Eagles that's a good start for the Eagles. They crushed the Lions last year, so that they could see them maybe going 2-0 possibly against the Vikings. That'll be a tough start for the Vikings too, hosting the Packers and at the Eagles. I find it a little weird that they're having the doubleheader in week 2, not week 1. Okay, but nonetheless, alright, week 3. Other than that terrible Sunday night game, all the night games have been pretty good so far. Steelers at Browns. Right. That's right. I think they were close when they visited the Browns, so that's fine. Saints at Panthers. Texans at Bears. That's the 17th game, remember, because they wouldn't have played each other this year. Chiefs at Colts. That's going to be a tough start for the Colts right there, I see so far this year. Bills at Dolphins. Lions at Vikings. Ravens at Patriots this early on. Bengals at Jets. Ooh, that could be a tough start for the Bengals too. Hosting the Steelers at the Cowboys and Jets. Raiders at Titans, that'll be interesting. Hey, Eagles at the Commanders. So Carson Wentz will get his first taste against his former team. Then 4 p.m. Jaguars at Chargers. Rams at Cardinals, interesting. Falcons at Seahawks. Packers at Buccaneers. I'm actually surprised they didn't make this Sunday night. Instead, they did 49ers at Broncos. I guess they're really on the hype train for the Broncos with Russell Wilson there. Jeez. Just like last time the 49ers visited the Broncos in 2014. That was Sunday night as well. Interesting choice there, but I think it would have been better if they went with this. And then Monday night, Cowboys at Giants. Wait, was the either Cowboys Giants games even close last year? I don't think so. I don't know about that Monday nighter. At least the Thursday night's games have been good so far. So now let's get into week 4. Watch, will probably be shit now. Let's see, week 4, Dolphins at Bengals. It's not good, but it's not shit either. Oh, that's right. Here's the first London game. Vikings at Saints. Feel bad for me getting up at 9:30, which that probably won't happen. Browns at Falcons. Bills at Ravens. That could be big if the Ravens show up again. Commanders at the Cowboys. Seahawks at Lions. Chargers at Texans. As the Texans want to get show that last year wasn't a fluke. Titans at Colts. Oof, tough start for the Colts again this year. Bears at Giants. Jaguars at Eagles. Jets at Steelers. And the Cardinals at Panthers, 4 p.m.? Okay. Don't think the Panthers are really that good for that late start against the Cardinals. Patriots at Packers. Broncos at Raiders and Airs. Week 4, our first Super Bowl 55 rematch. Chiefs at Buccaneers. Which, hey, at least Brady coming back, it actually could be the actual good rematch. So, the first time they're playing each other since their Super Bowl matchup. And you know what the funny thing is, guys? If it was the Chiefs that made the Super Bowl instead of the Bengals, the Chiefs could have had all 3 of their Super Bowl rematches this year because they host the Rams later this year. According to the schedule, they visit the Buccaneers, and they visit the 49ers sometime this year as well. So that would be sick for Sunday night. And then Monday night, Rams at 49ers. Why at the... Okay, if you're going to do a night game between these two, I agree with that, but why at the 49ers? You remember they've crushed the Rams the last several years when they host them. Like, come on. Like, dude, it should have been at the Rams instead, and that should have been a Sunday night or two, especially kickoff. Alright, need a drink is now week 5. Alright, week 5. Colts at Broncos. Interested. Man, they are just really hyping up the Broncos this year. Was it like 3 night games already by week 5? Jeez. Then another London game, I'm sure. Giants at Packers, or maybe it's a Germany game. Steelers at Bills. Ooh, that will be interesting. Chargers at Browns. Texans at Jaguars. Bears at Vikings. Finally, Bears at Vikings and not the final week of the year. That's been so long since that happened. Thank you for once, NFL. Lions at Patriots. Seahawks at Saints. Dolphins at Jets. Falcons at Buccaneers. Titans at the Commanders in the 4 p.m. games. 49ers Panthers. So back-to-back Cardinals and then the 49ers at 4 p.m. Why? Eagles at Cardinals. That'll be interesting. Cowboys at Rams. I'm surprised they didn't make that a night game. I was expecting that to be the Sunday night game instead of the Bills. Thank God it's not the case. And then Bengals at Ravens on Sunday night. Although the Bengals will, the Ravens, they will probably give the Bengals a good effort to challenge the AFC North. I don't think this should be on Sunday night. Or honestly, I don't even know if it should even be a night game because remember the Bengals crushed the Ravens last year, especially early on in the year when the Ravens still had that, 5-1 start? I don't know about that one. And then Monday night, Raiders at Chiefs? Not really. Remember, the Raiders got crushed by the Chiefs last year. If this was 2021, this would make sense since the Raiders were close in those games, but I don't know about this year. Not really liking that Monday night option. All right, week 7. Commanders at Bears. Okay. And then 49ers at Falcons. Patriots at Browns. Jets at Packers. Jaguars at Colts. Vikings at Dolphins. Bengals at Saints. Ravens at Giants. That's 17th game. Buccaneers at Steelers. And 4 p.m. Panthers at Rams. As my phone's about to die. Hang on a minute before it dies so I can see y'all's chat. Because that's the only thing I'm reading on. Let me do that. Alright, so 4 p.m. Panthers at Rams. Cardinals at Seahawks. Okay, why not Bills at Chiefs on Sunday night? Dude! You remember the playoff game? Dude! And of course, Cowboys at Eagles Sunday night. Dude, the Cowboys crushed the Eagles both times last year. Dude, flip this around. That is not Sunday night material. That is. Oh my God. Broncos at Chargers on Monday night. Oh my God. We're only in the middle of October and the Broncos already got 4 night games. Jeez, they're oversaturated. Man, they're really hyping up the Broncos like crazy this year. That's insane. They could be a playoff contender, but 4 night games to off the year, I think that's a little ridiculous. All right. Week 8. No, week 7, I mean. Saints at Cardinals. Interested. Browns at Ravens. Buccaneers at Panthers. Falcons at Bengals. Lions at Cowboys. Giants at Jaguars. Colts at Titans. Packers at the Commanders. And the 4 p.m. game, Jets at Broncos. Rematch from last year. Texans at Raiders. Seahawks at Chargers. Hey, there's the other Super Bowl rematch I was talking about. Chiefs at 49ers. This is the first time they faced since Super Bowl 54. So that will be insane. Steelers at Dolphins on Sunday night. Both teams weren't even really that good last year. Why? Chiefs at 49ers would have been a better option. Let's see, anything else maybe? Not really. Should have been Chiefs at 49ers for crying out loud. Bears at Patriots Monday night? Dog! Why do they always keep giving the Bears like the stupidest night games ever? Come on! Bears are not even that good. They've already got 3 night games to start this year. Jeez. Alright, I think there are a couple more European... I think the Germany game or whatever is coming up soon. Or maybe it already passed, because I know there's 1 in Germany and 2 in the UK. So Thursday night, Ravens at Buccaneers. I actually had a feeling this was a possibility, but I thought it was going to be maybe more like Sunday night. Alright, Thursday night, not bad. So, of course, this is another European game. Broncos at Jaguars. Rematch from last year. Panthers at Falcons. Bears at Cowboys. Dolphins at Lions. Cardinals at Vikings. Raiders at Saints. The other 17th game, remember. Patriots at Jets. Very late compared to last year. Another 17th game. Steelers at Eagles. Then the Titans at Texans at 4 p.m. I guess since the game last year was close. Commanders at Colts. So Wentz will go up against his second former team at 4 p.m. Interesting start for that. 49ers at Rams. Should have been a night game instead. Giants at Seahawks. Packers at Bills. That will be interesting. And then I actually had a feeling that this was going to be some sort of night game this year on Monday night. And it actually happened for Halloween. Bengals at Browns. Yeah, wait. Yeah, I think that game... it was the Browns when they visited the Bengals when they crushed them. The Browns swept them last year, but the final game was they hosted them. It was a close game, but the Bengals rest their starters. Interesting choice. Alright. So now we're in November as Eagles at Texans. I don't know about that one. Chargers at Falcons, another 17th game. Eagles at Bears. Dolphins at Bears. Panthers at Bengals. Packers at Lions. Thank you for not making that an end game too. Raiders at Jaguars. Colts at Patriots. That'll be interesting. Bills at Jets. Vikings at the Commanders. Then 4 p.m. Cardinals at Seahawks. Rams at... Oh, come on. Really? Rams at Buccaneers? Not a night game either? Come on, man. Really? Dude. And then Sunday night, Titans at Chiefs. The top 2 teams in the AFC in terms of record. But the Titans, remember, crushed the Chiefs last year. And the Titans are not looking to be good this year. So I don't know about this one, actually. Like... I really thought this was going to be like one of the games that they were going to make for Sunday night. I'm actually surprised. I don't know about Titans and Chiefs, even though they are the best record in terms of league, but that doesn't really mean much since they kind of underachieved this last year. Then Monday night, Ravens at Saints, which, funny enough, last time Ravens visited the Saints, that was a Monday night or two. That could be interesting. All right, Week 10. See, Week 10 as we're getting close to Thanksgiving. Falcons at Panthers on Thursday night, just like it was 2 years ago. I don't know. And here's another... Wait, was there 3? Wait, ain't that the 4th year... Wait, 4 European games? I could have swore... I don't remember seeing a 4th one on the list. Well, this has to be a European game because it's at 9:30. That's Seahawks at Buccaneers. I think that's the Germany one, actually, now that I think of it, if I remember correctly. But I remember seeing all this promotion that people showed me. It was like 4 games, like 2 in London, 1 in Germany, and 1 in Mexico. City, which I'm surprised I haven't seen yet. Could have swore it was in October or something. We're already into November. Weird. Vikings at Bills, Lions at Bears, Jaguars at Chiefs, Browns at Dolphins, Texans at Giants, Saints at Steelers, Broncos at Titans, and 4 p.m. Colts at Raiders. This is like literally like the 5th year in a row they've played each other. I'm actually surprised they didn't shove that in our face. Cowboys at Packers, Cardinals at Rams, the playoff rematch from last year. Chargers at 49ers on Sunday night. I actually thought that was going to be the case, so I don't know about that one. But it's not necessarily bad either. And then Monday night, Commanders at the Eagles, which will actually be Wentz's first time in Philly after he left the Eagles 2 years ago. So, interesting option for Monday night. But if I remember correctly, both games were close, so that's not necessarily too bad of an option. All right, Week 11. All right, so Thursday night, Titans at Packers. These are the top 2 teams. The top teams in each conference by record. Interested to see how they're going to do, since I'm sure the Packers are probably going to crush them like they did 2 years ago. All right, then the 1 p.m. Bears at Falcons, Panthers at Ravens, Browns at Bills, Commanders at Texans, Eagles at Colts, Jets at Patriots, Rams at Saints, Lions at Giants, and the 4 p.m. Raiders at Broncos, Chiefs at Chargers, Cowboys at Vikings, and then Bengals at Steelers. Why that? The Bengals crushed the Steelers last year, and the Steelers weren't even really that good of a team last year. I don't really want to say it because they were already on a night game, but Chiefs at Chargers would have been a better option. Eagles at Colts could have maybe been a better option. Hell, Titans, Packers, at least they were the top teams in their conference last year. Bengals, Steelers, not a good idea. And here is the Mexico City game. 49ers at Cardinals. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, next week's Thanksgiving, so let's see now. Please be good Thanksgiving games this year. Here we go, Thanksgiving. So, Bills at Lions on Thanksgiving, then Giants at Cowboys, and then Patriots at Vikings. Okay, Bills, no. Why the Bills? They've played on Thanksgiving now 3 times in the last 4 years. At the Cowboys in 2019. Then they were at the Saints last year. Now at the Lions? No. Give that to someone who hasn't been on the playoffs in Thanksgiving in a while. The Giants, last time they played was 2017, so I'm not too fond of them being on so soon. Especially since the Cowboys crushed them both times last year, so I'm not really a fan of that one. Patriots at Vikings. What an interesting matchup. Let's see. Patriots last played on Thanksgiving, I believe. It was the butt fumble one in 2012. And the Vikings, 2017. So, maybe Patriots at Vikings is just okay. But the Bills, Lions, Giants, Cowboys, I'm not a fan of. Alright, so then, for the Sunday games, Broncos at Panthers, the 17th game. Buccaneers at Browns. Ravens at Jaguars, Texans at Dolphins, the Bears at Jets. You always realize, I wonder if Texans played the Browns down the schedule, because they should be. So Watson goes against his former team. I wonder if I missed it or didn't show up yet. Bears at Jets. I'm surprised they didn't make this a little bit later since it was a close game last year. Bengals at Titans, a divisional round rematch. Falcons at the Commanders. Then the 4 p.m. games, Chargers at Cardinals, Raiders at Seahawks, Rams at Chiefs. Hey, there we go. I'm surprised they didn't make that a night game. Saints at 49ers. Packers at Eagles on Sunday night? No. Fucking Rams Chiefs would have been better. Bengals Titans would have been better. Like, come on. No, not Packers Eagles. Steelers at Colts on Monday night. A matchup between the team that got in because the other team choked. That will be really interesting to see. Although the Steelers are kind of mediocre, so I don't know if that would be a good matchup, though. Alright. Oh, yeah. Well, they already had their rematch in 2016 and 20, remember? Because that was the kickoff game for 2016, so they already had their rematch twice. So week 13, Bills at Patriots. Wait. Yeah, the Bills kind of spanked the Patriots when they visited them last year. If they're going to have a night game between them, have it at the Bills, because at least their first game was close. Steelers at Falcons, Broncos at Ravens, Packers at Bears, Jaguars at Lions. There we go! Browns at Texans. Hey! It's going to be in Houston, too. Watson going up against his former team in his former city. I'll be interested. Jets at Vikings, Commanders at Giants. That's really late from the first play, I think, this year. Titans at Eagles, then the 4 p.m. game. Seahawks at Rams, Dolphins at 49ers. I'm surprised they didn't make that a night game. Chiefs at Bengals? Really? Both games were close last year, down to the wire? Weird. Chargers at Raiders, I'm surprised they didn't make that a night game either. Like, come on. Dude. 2 good options, and you don't pick either one of them? And Sunday night is Colts at Cowboys. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a bad option, but when you have the Chargers at Raiders and the Chiefs at Bengals, that's a disappointment compared to these two. Either one of these should have been the night game. And then Monday night, Saints at Buccaneers. Hey, we'll see if the Saints can keep their momentum up against Brady with the Buccaneers, since other than the playoff game, he is 0-4 against the Saints wins with the Buccaneers. Oh boy, that'll be interesting to see. Alright, then week 14. Load it up because we got a few more weeks left. Raiders at Rams on Thursday night. And then the Sunday games, Jets at Bills, Browns at Bengals, Texans at Cowboys, Vikings at Lions, Eagles at Giants. I'm actually surprised they didn't do that for a night game. Ravens at Steelers. Hope they do the other one then. Jaguars at Titans in the 4 p.m. games. Dolphins at Chargers wouldn't come to my head. Panthers at Seahawks. Buccaneers at 49ers. I'll be interested. Chiefs at Broncos. What? That actually is not too bad of an option, because remember last year's game when the Chiefs visited the Broncos on Monday night? That went right down to the wire. If it wasn't for that fumble return for a touchdown, the Broncos could have maybe won it. And that would have really shook up the playoffs, I believe, too. So that's actually not bad of an option, but Jesus Christ, Broncos got 5 night games. Really? Don't think they're going to be that worthy of it. And then Monday night, Patriots at Cardinals. Interesting. Just like last time Patriots at the Cardinals, that was Sunday night, remember? Alright, so week 15 now. Here we go. Load up. 49ers at Seahawks. I believe that game was close, so I guess that's okay. Then Sunday, Steelers at Panthers. Eagles at Bears. Chiefs at Texans. Cowboys at Jaguars. Lions at Jets in the 4 p.m. games. Cardinals at Broncos. Titans at Chargers. Bengals at... Oh, yeah, that's right. Bengals at Buccaneers. Patriots at Raiders on Sunday night. Interesting. I thought Bengals at Buccaneers might be a little bit better option, but it's not too bad. And Monday night, Rams at Packers? Dude, the Packers have pretty much spanked the Rams in the divisional round playoff game 2 years ago and then last year. Like, no, that should not be a night game at all. And then, of course, the games that could possibly be put on, I think, Saturday or whatever. I think that's what it was, it said. Dolphins at Bills, Ravens at Browns, Colts at Vikings 17th game, Falcons at Saints, and Giants at Commanders. Alright, so let's get to 16. So let's see, week 16, we're down to the final 3 weeks. Jaguars at Jets. I was actually surprised last year when the Jets and Jaguars took Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson that they did not make this like a Thursday night game last year. Now they're doing it this year. Let's see if they show up good this year. Alright, then after that, on Sunday, Falcons at Ravens. Yep, they're doing like I thought they were going to do. Put almost all the games on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day. Alright, so Falcons at Ravens, Lions at Panthers, Bills at Bears, Saints at Browns, Seahawks at Chiefs, Giants at Vikings, Bengals at Patriots. I'm surprised they didn't make that a later game. Texans at Titans in the 4 p.m. games. Commanders at 49ers. Eagles at Giants. Oh yeah, Thursday night. Raiders at Steelers. Interesting option. And then the Sunday games for Christmas will start with Packers at Dolphins. Then Broncos at Chargers. No, that's normal CBS. Broncos at Rams. And then Sunday night, Buccaneers at Cardinals. Okay, then. That will be offense shot. Hey, Gavin Aaron move against our day after Christmas on Monday night. Chargers at Colts. The 2 teams that should have made the playoffs last year, and they both choked the final week. Now that will be interesting. Oh boy, I cannot wait for that. And then Gavin could rage and cry about it. Alright, that will be a sick Monday nighter. And then the final Thursday night game, Cowboys at Titans. that could be okay, I guess. And then we get to 2023, as we'll start off with Cardinals at Falcons. Really? Steelers at Ravens, both 1 p.m. games? I thought they were good enough to, do, either one of them could have been a night game. Really? Not one of them got a night game? That's weird. Bears at Lions, Jaguars at Texans, Broncos at Chiefs, Dolphins at Patriots, Colts at Giants, Saints at Eagles, Panthers at Buccaneers, Browns at the Commanders. Then the 4 p.m. games, 49ers, Raiders, Jets, Seahawks, Vikings, Packers, and then Rams at Chargers on Sunday night. Well, it is an all LA matchup, so I guess that's why they went with that, but I'm not too sure about Rams at Chargers on Sunday night. And then the final Monday night game, Bills at Bengals. Interesting, and that'll be cool to see. Alright, so let's get to the final week where it's all divisional matchups. Here we go. Please don't do terrible matchups like they've done the last few years. So let's see. Buccaneers at Falcons. That hasn't happened since 2012, I believe? Patriots at Bills. The Patriots have not visited the Bills in the last week of the year since 2008, I believe. And that was before they did all divisional games. Finally, I don't like it that they did Vikings at Bears to wrap up the year, but at least it's at the Bears for once. Oh my god, here we go again with Ravens at Bengals. No! Stop putting the Ravens at Bengals the final week of the year. You do that way too often, NFL. Oh my god, the Lions at Packers the final week of the year. They've done that they've done like 6 or 7 out of the last 7, 8 years. Like, come on. Texans at Colts, I think they did that last time in 2017. Titans at Jaguars. I don't think the Titans have ever visited the Jaguars the final week of the year since they started doing this, so that'll be nice if that's the case. Jets at Dolphins, the last time they did that, I believe, was 2014. Panthers at Saints, they did that in 2018, although they didn't play each other last year, final week. Giants at Eagles, I actually don't think they've played it. I don't think the Eagles ever hosted the Giants the final week of the year during this only divisional only matchups. They did in 2001, I know, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't 2001. It was some other year. Browns at Steelers. That's unfortunately another common final week matchup, which I'm not too fond of, just like the Ravens and Bengals. Cowboys at the Commanders, which last time that was done was 2014, I believe. Then the 4 p.m. games, Chargers at Broncos. They did that last in 2019, I believe. Chiefs at Raiders. I don't think that's ever happened. Chiefs at Raiders the final week of the year. And then Rams at Seahawks, that happened in 2014 last time. Then Cardinals at 49ers, that happened last time in 2014, I believe. So they finally got some of these, other than the Ravens, other than the AFC and NFC North ones, a lot of the final games of the year they got kind of right. They finally got some matchups that have never happened before or haven't happened in a long time. So that's nice to see. Yep. The day after Christmas is Chargers at Colts on Monday night. Alright, so that's the schedule. They hit Monday night. Let's go see the Sunday night games first. So let's see the ones. Bills at Rams. Good, but I still would have liked it to have been 49ers instead, but it's not bad. Buccaneers, Cowboys, good. Bears at Packers, no. 49ers, Broncos, interesting. Chiefs, Buccaneers, good. Bengals, Ravens, no. Cowboys, Eagles, no. Steelers at Eagles, no. Steelers at Dolphins, no. Packers at Bills, good. Titans at Chiefs, Chargers at 49ers, Bengals at Steelers, no. Patriots at Vikings, interesting, although I'm not sure about that for a Thanksgiving matchup, especially just the Vikings. Packers at Eagles, no. Colts, Cowboys, it's solid, but the other two options that week were much better. Chiefs at Broncos, solid, good. Patriots at Raiders, interesting. Buccaneers at Cardinals, interesting. Rams at Chargers, interesting. There was a few weeks in here where they're not really good, like 3 weeks in a row where it's not a good option. But this Sunday night's better than last year, I think, if I remember correctly. I don't see the Monday nighters. Gavin, learn to laugh at yourself and take the smack talk. Alright. So Monday night, Broncos at Seahawks. Not really a good matchup overall, but it only probably gets the benefit of the doubt because it is Russell Wilson going up against his former team, which would be interesting. Then the two Monday nighters, Titans at Bills, okay. Vikings at Eagles, okay. Giants at Cowboys. No, Cowboys at Giants, no. Rams at 49ers, no. It should have been at the Rams instead. Raiders at Chiefs, no. Broncos at Chargers, Bears at Patriots, God, no. Bengals at Browns, okay. Ravens at Saints, that could be good. Commanders at Eagles. Wentz going up against his former team in Philly. That'll be interesting. 49ers at Cardinals, interesting. Steelers at Colts would be interesting, even though Steelers are not really good. Saints, Buccaneers, that'll be interesting. Patriots at Cardinals, interesting. Rams at Packers, no. Chargers at Colts, that's probably the most interesting Monday night game I could think of all these Monday night games. That's probably the one I want to see the most of all of them. And then Bills at Bengals, good. Alright, then the Thursday nighters. Alright, where's the Thursday night schedule at? Where's... Oh, network games. Excuse me. Wait. No, that's not... Where's the Thursday night schedule? Are you broken site? There's supposed to be Thursday night up here. Like, dude. Maybe... No, it's not letting me do that. There was always a Thursday night thing on here, and all it's doing is just showing the London game. I mean, the European games. Huh? That's kind of stupid. Maybe schedule release? No, it's not going to help me. Site? Don't get on my bad side. I always do this every year. I look at the schedule, then look at the night games and recap. I'm like, come on. I'll check in a bit because I'm still looking at this. Now that's really retarded. I guess we'll just go by each team then. Because I know some teams had like a really tough start, like the Colts and Buccaneers came off the top of my head. We're going to have tough starts. I think the Eagles look like they had a good start. So let's see, where's teams? Here we go, team schedules. Let's go each one. Let's start off with AFC East, North, South, and West, and that order. So we'll start off with the Bills since they won it. That's their preseason. That could be a tough start at the Rams and hosting the Titans. That could be a tough start. I wouldn't be surprised they start off 0-2. And then the Ravens, that could be a tough one. Steelers, you got to watch out for since they lost to them, remember, last year. And then they lost to the Chiefs the second time around. Hosting the Packers. That could be a little bit of a tough start for the Bills if things go wrong. Then after that, at least it gets a lot easier afterwards. Like, after the Packers, let's see. If the Browns show up, maybe it could be a challenge, but I don't think so. The Patriots could be a challenge. Bengals could. But not really much after that tough start. So they better hope they hit it right to start off the year. They could be in trouble. Right? Oh, it took me straight to the Bill. No, I didn't want to go to the NFL.com. You're supposed to take me to, like, the team's page, not their site. Alright, the Patriots after that. Wait, how many night games did the, I didn't even see how many games each had. Because I was like, I'm always curious about that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 for the Bills. Because remember, each team at a maximum is allowed to have just 5 night games. 6 on a flex schedule. See the Patriots now. Damn, Patriots. Oh my goodness. Patriots on the road to 4 of their first 6 games. At the Dolphins, you gotta always watch out for that. At the Steelers, hosting the Ravens, that can be tough. Man, the Patriots got a tough schedule to start off too. Lightens up. Actually, no, it doesn't really lighten up later on in the year. It's just as tough. Oof. Patriots definitely got the toughest schedule so far I've seen of everyone here. Alright, let's go check on the Dolphins now. I don't think the Wikipedia has an actual like Thursday night thing unless you went for like each team. Like NFL site would normally have a Thursday night thing right here where it only showed the Thursday night games. Like you have a tab for Monday night and Sunday night. Wikipedia's thing would just show like each team, which I'm technically doing right now. Alright, the Dolphins. They got a tough schedule. The first 4 games could be tough, but I mean, I don't really expect much from the Dolphins, so don't think it's really going to matter too much. Alright, then the Jets. Let's see if they got a rough start to the year. Wow, all the AFC North to start off the season. Oh, that's like 0-4 almost right there. Oof. Oh, yeah, the Jets got a tough start to the year. Oh, boy. So, yeah, the AFC North, other than the Dolphins, AFC East got a tough schedule. Let's see our running up. Well, Gavin, just because they have a good offseason doesn't mean they're going to do good necessarily. You do know that, right? Doesn't mean anything either yet. Never know what can happen. Let's see the Bengals. They have all 5 night games? Yes, they do, actually. I didn't think they were going to get that. So let's see. Yeah, the Bengals got a tough start, too. I mean, the Steelers always play tough against the Bengals. I bet last year's 2 blowout losses were a fluke, so you can't rule out that one. Cowboys going to be tough. The Jets beat them last year, remember? And I'm sure the Jets will probably be better than last year, so that's going to be tough. Dolphins, maybe possibly. Ravens, I think they'll probably play better, so that's going to be a tough one. Saints will be tough. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bengals start off like the first half of the year with a losing record, because this is a tough stretch of games, too, right here. Jesus. Oh, my God. They got a really rough schedule, like the final half of the year. Oh, my God. At the Steelers, at the Titans, host the Chiefs, host the Browns, at the Buccaneers, at the Patriots, host the Bills, host the Ravens. Whoa, boy. They better hope they get off to a fast start at the beginning of the year, or else they could be in big trouble. Bengals and Patriots definitely have the toughest schedule so far I've seen. Yeah, if he does. Yeah, that's what it's going to have to boil down to. He's got to show up in year 3. Let's see his Steelers. I would say the start would be tough, but and of course the Steelers are supposed to be bad, but like I keep telling everyone, no matter how bad the Steelers do, they always find some way to stay around 500 at worst. So I could see them possibly losing the Bengals and winning it. I could see it going either way with the Patriots. I could see it going either way with the Browns. I think they could beat the Jets. I could see it going either way with the Bills, and the Bills are a vastly superior team. Like, the Steelers are such a wild card, you really can't say if they have a tough schedule or not, because they always just find some way to win games that they should not be. Alright, then the Browns, going in the order of how they finished last year. Let's see how the Browns got. Oh, here we go. Oh, they don't have the preseason schedule like other teams. Now, the Browns don't have necessarily a tough start, but if Watson shows up, I wouldn't be surprised if they start off like, geez, you could maybe make the argument that they could maybe start off 5-0 if everything goes right. Panthers shouldn't be hard. Jets shouldn't be hard. Steelers, they could go either way, but it's still within the realm of possibility. Falcons, that should be possible. Remember, last year's game was offensive showcase against the Chargers, and they're hosting now, so that could be possible. And then, of course, you got a little bit of a tougher schedule after that. Then you got a tough stretch right here. I mean, if the Browns get off to a fast start, Watson plays good, they can be a serious threat this year. That's true what Aaron said as well. So let's see the Ravens. You could, honestly, I hate to say this, but I could easily make an argument that the Ravens could, honestly, all the way up to the Panthers. So, like, the first 9 games, I could actually make an argument that they could maybe lose all of these games. And they could possibly win them, too. Because they're always inconsistent with a lot of these teams, too. Which is unfortunate. Now, the schedule gets a little bit easier when they get to the Panthers. But a lot of these games are also, like, tough to tell for the Ravens because they're always this inconsistent against everyone. Alright, then after that, the Titans. Let's see, the number 1 team in the AFC. I wonder if they got all 5 games. See up there? No, that's the Central Time, which makes it tougher to tell for me. Let's see. Oh, they have Central Time here as well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... 4. Just 4 night games, alright? So let's see. Here we go. The Titans, they have a tough start too. At the Bills, that's going to be tough. The Raiders are a wild card. You can't underestimate them. The Colts are going to be tough. Commanders maybe could be tough. The Colts the second time could be tough too. The Texans, when they visit the Texans, they always struggle against them. That's a tough one. The Chiefs are going to be tough. Titans got definitely a tough schedule. But it seems like a mix of, like, one team they could beat and another team they should lose to. So it looks like a mixed thing of it. Alright, then the Colts, let's see. Man, I wonder how many games they got tonight, because they had quite a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. Now, this start is not as tough per se as last year. Because remember, last year they had like 6 of their first 7 games were like playoff teams or teams with winning records. The Texans, they should blow out. The Jaguars, they should be blowing out, but remember, they always struggle against them, so that one's a wild card. Chiefs could be a wild card. Titans could be a wild card. Broncos could be possible. Jaguars should be winnable. So, like, it's going to just depend on if they're going to show up, because if they show up, this ain't that tough of a schedule. At least the start of it. It's kind of like a mixed bag, too. It's going to come down to how they play, like how the Ravens and other teams are. Now for the Texans. That's pretty solid if he does do that. That would be really good for a rookie year. Although, now that you mention it, what do you all think? Do you think the Steelers would start him at the beginning of the year? I don't think they're going to probably start him unless he puts up really good numbers in the preseason. I got a feeling they'd do Rudolph or Trubisky first. But what do you all think? Do you think he would start beginning of the year? And the Texans? Yeah, the Texans got a tough start. Other than the Bears. But the Bears crushed them last time they played them. So that's not out of the realm. And the Texans got a tough start. And it doesn't really... Free game stretch. Cowboys, Chiefs, and Titans. That's rough. Texans don't have an easy schedule. Now let's see the Chiefs. I mean, yeah, but remember, they're always inconsistent, like, always lose to Jaguars when they visit them when they shouldn't be. The Titans could be a challenge because they haven't... When was the last time the Colts beat the... Oh, that's right, the Thursday night game 2 years ago. That could go either way still. It's not a challenge, but you can go either way, though. So let's see the Chiefs. I bet they got their 5 night games. 3. Right off the bat. 4. And there we go. 5. So let's see the Chiefs. That could be a tough start for the Chiefs, too. The Cardinals I have no idea about. I have no idea how they're going to play against them. Chargers, both games were close last year, remember. Colts could be a challenge against them. Buccaneers, we saw what they did in the Super Bowl, so that could be a challenge. I wouldn't be surprised they start off 1-3, possibly. That's within the realm of possibility. And then, of course, after the Raiders, you got the Bills, and at the 49ers. Titans should be too hard. They got a bit of a tough schedule, too. But kind of a rough start. So let's see now the Raiders. True, but they've consistently beaten the Colts, too. Remember, just like the Jaguars always beat the Colts when they host them, even though they shouldn't be. Alright, so let's see the Raiders. Let's see how many night games they got. The 1, 2, 3... Wow, 4 in a row. I mean, 3 in a row, back to back. Alright. I hate... Why is it every time I load up on you NFL team sites, you always got to do my promotion? I don't give a shit. So let's see. Man, this thing's like really big. Zoom out a little bit. There, much better. That's going to be a tough start for the Raiders. At the Chargers, that's a possible loss. That can go either way with the Cardinals. The Titans, that can go either way. Broncos, that could go either... Well, no, I think they crushed the Broncos when they hosted them. The Chiefs, that'll probably be a loss. That could be like a sub-500 start, unless everything goes their way. Later on in the year, it looks like it maybe opens up a little bit, but not too much. Alright, then next up is the Chargers. Alright, so let's see the Chargers. Oh, come on, man. Stay smaller. Thank you. So let's see. Here we go, week 1. If everything goes right for the Chargers, 5-0... Wait, no. Honestly... God, I could make the argument maybe all the way up to like 8-0 is possible. But it's also possible that they could lose to Chiefs in a close one. They lost to Texans last year, so that's a possibility. They barely beat the Browns last year in an offensive shootout, so that's a possibility. Broncos are probably going to be more tougher with Wilson there. Seahawks should be a win. Falcons should maybe be a win. Chargers can have a good start or a slow start depending on how they play. It's going to come down to them. And then finally the Broncos with all like freaking 5 of their night games. If that is the case, that would even be better than Pickett then. Oh my god. 7 more touchdowns with, what was it, like 1 less pick? And like 600 more yards. Oh my goodness. Alright, so let's see the Broncos and all their freaking 5 night games. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like ridiculous. Start with them. And then here, right here as well. Alright, let's see. The Broncos. Seahawks. They can get the Broncos can get off to a fast start like they did last year. The Seahawks, that should be a win. Texans should be a win. 49ers, that can go either way. Raiders, like I think I'd probably pick the Raiders more. Colts could go either way. I think I'd lean towards the Chargers more, but that could be a win. Jets should be a win. Jaguars should be a win. Like, they have an easy start to the schedule. Later on in the year when they have to play the Chiefs twice, Chargers, Rams, Cardinals, that's going to be tough. And the Ravens, too. Let's see, could they get off to a fast start like they did last year, but this time keep the momentum up? Alright, that's it for all the AFC teams. Now let's go check on the NFC. Starting off, of course, with the Cowboys. And, of course, let's see. Did they give them their always required 5 night games? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All 5 night games, as always. No matter how shitty they are, they always got to give them 5 night games, remember, guys. I guarantee you, Cowboys can go 0-17, and they'll still get some 5 night games somehow. Alright, I can see them going 2-0, actually. That's possible. 3-0. 4-0. The Rams not crushed them, they spanked them last time they played 2 years ago, but the Cowboys weren't really a good team, so that's not really saying much. Should be a win, should be a win, should be a win. I can see the Cowboys maybe getting off, everything goes right, was this, like, up to week 8, so that's 8. I can see them going 7-1 to start off. Rush for 2,000 yards. Oh, boy. What a season he should have then. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. So now the Eagles. Oh, my God. Will you stop making it so small? I mean, I'm so big. Thank you. The Eagles also have an opportunity to get off to a fast start. Lions should be a win. Vikings could be a win. Commanders could be a win. Jaguars should be a win. Cardinals, I think when they played the Cardinals 2 years ago, that was close. Cowboys, I'm not convinced of, but the Eagles should have a solid, quick start to the year. Now, later on, though, it has a little bit of a mixed bag. Alright, then the Commanders. Oh my God, I hate when you do this. Just be small so I can see everyone. Thank you. And I could see the Commanders off to a nice start, but will they maintain it, though? I mean, that's going to be tough at the Cowboys, host the Titans, then at the hosting the Packers, at the Colts, hosting the Vikings, at the Eagles. That's like a 5-game stretch of 5 of your next 6 games at that start being tough. At least then, other than the Cowboys and the 49ers, if the Browns show up, the rest of the schedule should be easy. Let's see how that happens. And finally, the lowly Giants. That actually is near his MVP season, 2016. That would be crazy if he gets that. Insane. A nice turnaround, too. And the Giants, I mean, they're hosting the Panthers. That should be a win. They're hosting the Bears. That should be a win. They're hosting the Ravens. That could be a win, possibly, because the Ravens always struggle usually when they visit the Giants. I mean, that could be a nice start to the year, 3-3, after they started off, went 4-13 last year. I mean, they got some games that they could possibly win down the stretch. But then later on, that's going to be kind of tough, this, like, what is it, 7 games? That could be a tough stretch right here. So if the Giants want to have any chance of the playoffs, they better get off big, start off the year, because that momentum near the end of the year is going to be important. Yeah, I know the Cardinals are hosting the Super Bowl, but will we have a third year in a row where the team that hosts the Super Bowl plays in it? Although, yeah, the Cardinals, if they did host the Super Bowl this year, if they played the Super Bowl this year, they would actually be the home team since the Rams last year were the away team. All right, so let's see. The Packers, of course, are going to have their 5 night games. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we go, all 5. Yep. Always got to have your night games. So let's see. Here we go. I could see it possibly the Packers start off 1 and 2. That is possible. Vikings, remember, beat them in an offensive shootout last year. And the Buccaneers crushed them 2 years ago in the regular season. Then they beat them in the NFC Championship. So 1 and 2 is definitely possible. After that, though, other than the Bills, I could see them win probably most of these games coming up. So after maybe a rough start, they should probably be fine. All right, then the Vikings. Oh, God, I can already see the Vikings having a schedule where you can't really tell because remember all their games, literally all their wins, not their wins, their losses, all but one of their losses was within a score. You can make the case they could have gone 16-1 last year. That's how all close it was with all their games. That's just ridiculous. Unfortunately, though, for the Vikings, I could see them starting off with a losing record. Packers, although I think the Packers could maybe lose at. The Vikings could also lose that too. I could see them losing to Eagles. Lions, they should win. But then again, both games were close last year. They had to pull off the comeback against the Lions, remember, when they host them. Saints, I could see it be a loss. The Dolphins could be possibly. Cardinals could be possibly. Commanders could be possibly. I could see the Vikings having a rough start to the year, unfortunately for them. All right, then the Bears. Let's see. Oh, God. How much you want to bet everybody that they have 5 night games that they don't deserve probably any of them? 1, 2, 3. Alright, 3 games this year, but still, honestly, probably none of them are worthy. And the schedule looks tough for the Bears, but knowing them, they're probably going to get off to a really fast start and somehow keep that momentum up like they did the last few years. They start off good. But realistically, other than maybe the Texans, maybe the Commanders, they really shouldn't be winning any of these games by and large, though. Now for the Lions. The underrated 3-13 team. 3-13-1, I mean to say. Oh, passed it. Unfortunately, that is going to be a tough start. I don't see them really beating the Eagles. Commanders is possible. Vikings is possible. Seahawks is within the realm, possibly, since Wilson ain't going to be there. I mean, if it goes right, the Lions could possibly start 3-1, but I don't think that's going to happen. And then you got to visit the Patriots, the Cowboys, that's going to really crush your hopes. Then host the Packers, that's going to be tough. Yeah. There's some tough games here, but it's also not necessarily a bad schedule for the Lions. They can improve on it. Alright, next up, Buccaneers. Hey, probably in Brady's final season. Let's see how many night games they got. 1, 2, I'm expecting all 5. 3, 4. There we go. All 5, of course. Likewise, I could see the Buccaneers, like I said earlier, starting off 0-2. That is possible. Remember, they barely beat the Cowboys last year, the kickoff game. Barely beat them. Now they got to visit them. That's possible a loss. At the Saints. Remember, outside that playoff game, Brady with the Buccaneers is 0-4 against the Saints, and the Saints kind of spanked them. Actually, no, the Saints have largely spanked Brady other than that playoff game. So yeah, that's 0-2 possibly right there. After that, though, I mean, the Packers and Chiefs should be a challenge, but I could see them still winning them. After that, the schedule, other than the Rams, lightens up quite a lot after that, until we get to like the Saints and all that. So it could be 0-2 is definitely possible. But after that, just like the Packers, they should rebound. Alright, Saints, let's see how you got. Now, hopefully, if famous Winston stays healthy, you could do good this year coming up. Let's see your schedule. How many night games? 1, 2, 3. Alright. This schedule, it's going to all come down to, I think, if the Saints play good. If they play good, they should have a win record like halfway through this. If they don't show up good, then they're going to struggle. Because Falcons, yeah, they beat them last year, but it was a close game. Buccaneers, they should win. I don't really think that's really in the realm of possibility of them really losing. The Panthers, remember the Panthers crushed the Saints last year, and that's with Winston, so that's still possible of loss. Vikings, they should win. Seahawks, they should win. Bengals, they could. Cardinals, they could. Raiders, they could. Ravens, they could. Like, other than the Panthers, I don't really see them, other than maybe the Falcons. I can see them have a really quick start if everything goes right for them. Alright, then the Falcons. Alright, so let's see the Falcons. No, not zoom in, zoom out. Thank you. Yeah, the Falcons do not have an easy schedule to start off. The Saints are going to be tough. Then at the Rams, at the Seahawks, that's going to be tough still. The Browns, if they show up right, that could be challenged. At the Buccaneers, host the 49ers. Yeah, that's a tough schedule. I don't see really the Falcons probably doing much with that one. Alright, then the Panthers. Let's see, will they win their 5 games for the 4th year in a row? Overshot it. But just like the Falcons, the schedule is really, really not conducive for them. Browns, I could see them losing. Giants, they got crushed last year from Arizona, so I think that should be a win for the Giants. Saints, I mean, they beat them last year, so I probably would give them the win there for right now. Cardinals, 49ers, Rams, Buccaneers, like 4 games in a row. That is going to be a tough start. That is not looking good for them at all. And doesn't really get much easier after that. And don't play the commercials again, scare me. Let's see, did the Rams get their 5 night games I'm pretty sure of? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The Rams got a good schedule to start off with. The Bills one that's up in the air. That can go either way. The 49ers, I don't think they're going to win that because we've seen how much they struggle against the 49ers this year. I mean, the last few years. They're still like, what? 6-0? I mean, 0-6 against them in the last 3 years in the regular season. And their playoff game last year had to make a comeback to get. That could be a possible loss. That, I think, is a loss. The 49ers, again, that could also be a loss. That's within the realm. The Buccaneers, that could be a challenge, even though you beat them both times last year. Later on, the schedule might be a little bit tougher, but the Rams is set up perfectly for them to start off strong to begin of the year. Alright, then the Cardinals. Let's see how many night games they had. Alright, zoom out. Let's see. Nope, zoom out more. Whoa, not that much. Alright, so here we go. Start off schedule. How many night games they had? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, 4. Okay, let's see. Oh boy, that's a tough start for the Eagles. Hosting the Chiefs, that I think is going to be a loss, but it could go either way still. At the Raiders, I think they could win that, but it's still in the realm of possibility. The Rams, I think they'd lose. Panthers should be a win. Eagles, that could go either way because they're close game 2 years ago. Seahawks, that should be a win. Saints could be tough. Vikings could be tough. Seahawks should be a win. Rams could be tough. 49ers could be tough as well. Chargers could be tough. I'm not sure if the Chiefs... I don't know if I would trust the Cardinals to match their 11-6 record from last year. That schedule's pretty tough. We'll see what happens with them. Now the 49ers. Let's see if they got their 5 games like they did last year. Let's see. 1, 2... Oh my god, I can't even see. Here we go. 3, 4... Yep, they did. 5 night games. Good for them. Alright, the 49ers. The 49ers also have a very strong start to the schedule. Bears should be a win. Seahawks should be a win. Broncos, that could go either way. Rams should be a win. Panthers win. Falcons win. Chiefs, that can go either way, maybe. Although I probably would rely more on the Chiefs. The Rams could go either way, but I still... Honestly, the 49ers could be more favorable in that one. Yeah, I think I might actually trust the 49ers to get the second seed in the AFC West over the Cardinals like they did last year. And finally the Seahawks. Let's see how dreadful the Seahawks start's going to be this year. How many games did they get despite losing Wilson? Still got 2 out of it, so let's see. I think that'll be a loss. That could go either way. I mean, they could maybe start 2-2. Saints, I think that would be a loss. Cardinals loss. Chargers loss. Giants, I mean, they could win, but they also lost to them last time. That's even with Wilson. So, yeah, unfortunately, the schedule doesn't really look good right now for the Seahawks. As I think they might be one of the worst teams in the league, unfortunately. That schedule doesn't really help them much. Man, there are a lot of teams they got a chance to start off big, and a lot of teams have struggles early, and some teams it's going to depend on how they play or not, if they're going to have an easy start or a very slow start. Alright. So, that was fun reacting to the schedule. I think this schedule, compared to last year, is not as bad when it came to the matchups as last year. This one was better. Maybe, I don't know about the best ever. I would have to rewatch them all over again, but this is probably up there in the 7 schedules I've reacted to. Probably one of the better ones. Yeah, watch. We'll see how bad next year is going to be in 2023. Oh, boy. Yeah, cannot wait. Bills at Rams, September 8th. Oh, boy, the season cannot get here quick enough. All right, so that'll wrap up another year of reacting to the schedule. Can't wait to see how everyone does in 2022. And, of course, remember, I'll still do my weekly picks starting that day, September 8th, for week 1. Cannot wait for that. And also be possibly on the lookout, because I might, after a little bit, maybe stream Mad Games Tycoon 2. Game Dev Tycoon, because that is next on the stream list, if y'all remember. Which, like I said earlier, I was going to do that before doing this, but I just didn't have enough time to do it. So maybe in a little bit, maybe I will do it. But I got to take care of some stuff really quickly. So I hope y'all enjoy, and see you guys maybe later tonight for Game Dev Tycoon to continue that roleplay.